Hi guys, so today we're having a look at a little brush set that I picked up in Primark. So it was in a package like this. It is the Smokey Eye brush set. It is £3.50 and there's free brushes in it, so very, very affordable. It's part of their new Pro line in their makeup brushes, so I definitely had to check it out. So I've used these for my eye makeup today, and let's see how that went. Right, so let's open these guys. I've started slightly just to get the sticky bits unpicked. So there's 3 brushes in this kit. One labelled as a 250 brush, one is a 251 and 252. So we've got a pencil and powder smudge brush, an eye increase contour brush, and an eyeshadow blending brush. Now, I don't know, this contour brush looks a bit more blendy to me, but we're just going to play with them rather than, take the instructions off the handles. So I'm going to have a day of doing my crease first and then put on a lovely shimmery lid shade. So these brushes actually feel really nice. So the blending one, or the one that I would use as a blending one, is really, really soft and fluffy. The one that they label as a blending brush is like a fluffy pencil brush. I think it's actually going to be really nice for doing inner corner highlights. And then we've got the pencil powder smudge brush. I think that's going to be good for lower lash line. And also if you want to be really precise placing colour before blending it out. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to playing with these. The handles are kind of a matte finish, almost slightly rubbery feel, but they're not rubber. Oops. So yeah, so crease colour I want to play with today is I want to do something on the green spectrum, so I'm just going to use Meltdown out of the Melt Radioactive palette, and then we're going to do something shimmery and peachy across the lid. So I'm actually going to go in with the one that they label as a blending brush for initially placing the colour, just to see how that goes. So picks up colour nicely, as I thought it would. This is a nice palette, so why wouldn't it? See, this to me is a good size and shape for marking out your crease and things. We will try using it as a blending brush. I just think it's going to be a bit slow for that, just with the size of it. It might be good for if you go to an edge that's particularly harsh. It might be good for buffing that out quickly. But overall, I don't think it's going to be great for like blending a look together and things. I think you need more fluff for that. If you disagree, leave comments below, explain your technique. I will try to follow it and see how that goes for me. Always like learning new things. But this is feeling really soft on my eye as well. Sometimes brushes feel soft to your fingers, and then when you put them up to your eye, which is a more delicate bit of skin, they don't feel quite as nice. But this is feeling very nice for me. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the one that I want to use for blending now, which is the big guy. I'm going to put a tiny, tiny bit of colour onto it. And then, yeah. So I should have said off camera I primed my eyes with the NYX Proof It primer and set my brow bone with my usual Makeup Obsession shadow, because there's no brushes that I would really use for doing that in this set, so it just went off camera. Ooh, I went too high up there. Where is that brush that I cheat with? And yes, I treat this brush and this shadow like an eraser as well. It works for me. So I think that has really been good for packing in the colour, and I think I've got slightly better blending brushes just in terms of, you know, I sometimes like to have a brush that's quite like loose for blending. That one was not clean. I sometimes feel like that's better for doing the edges. Sometimes if a blending brush is too dense, I feel like I'm wiping away some of the colour. But again, as with the first brush, this is definitely still super soft and not making me uncomfortable at all. I would happily sit and blend with this for ages and not feel like it's going to make me uncomfortable. I mean, to give you guys an idea, I'm just going to dust that off on my pyjama bottoms because that's what we do. Yeah, so I feel like a blending brush like this is kind of crucial for an eye look. I mean, I guess it didn't advertise itself as a complete eye set, but, you know, smoky eye brush set, I guess they're suggesting that you can do the full smoky eye, but I would definitely miss having something a bit fluffier like that about. So we're also missing a, you know, flat brush for just packing stuff onto the lid, which is, I would say, is crucial with any eye look, even smoky eyes. This guy I'm going to try out a bit later. I will do my lower lash line, I'll do an inner corner highlight, but, you know, I tend to do that after my foundation's been done. I'll give this a shot for doing the lid one, even though it's not really what it's for, but, you know. I'm just going to go into the Moondust palette and grab Spectre, which is a peachy, pinky, shiny, 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 that I always think looks really pretty with greens. I mean, it's working for placing that on. And you can be quite precise with the shape from that. So I guess you could use this as your brush for putting on your lid shade. It's pretty easy for it. Although, you know, a traditional paddle shape might be a little bit, tiny bit faster. Actually, I think I was getting more pigment out of the one out of the set. Okay, I mean, that's me finished with the basic eyes, and yes, it's very basic today. I'm just gonna go and clean up and do my foundation and things, and then we'll come back and play with the lower lash and a bit of inner corner highlight. Right, so let's have another little play with the pencil brush. I'm going to do a little inner corner highlight. I'm going to go with Lucky Clover from the Anastasia Moonchild palette, just to pick up on the green that we have. Yep, it's a nice size for placing that, and it's not too pointy or anything like that. Like, there's no jaggy edges on the brush itself, so that's always a bonus. Concealer had creased a little bit under there. Tut tut tut. Anyway, let's try it for the lower lash line. I'm just going back into the same shade, Meltdown. I'm just going to get it on the very, very tip of this, so you can see just how fine the tip on this is. Yeah, that does a really nice job for that. Oops. Oh, I think there might be a march coming past my flat. Yippee. Yeah, that's a really nice size for that, and because the kind of point on it is so fine, you can do like a really neat small thin line if that's what you're after. So overall, actually, I think this is a really nice eye set. $3.50, so we're talking like, you know, £1.16 or something a brush. These are really nice quality brushes for that. It's not a be all and end all kit, but it's definitely a nice addition. This probably would have been quite nice for doing an intense cheek highlight as well, or if you like nose contouring, it might be useful for that. But yeah, definitely a handy little kit. I'm going to zoom out because I'm uncomfortably close, haven't I? So this kit, yeah, definitely putting this into the goodbye category. Would recommend if you see this picking up, having a play with these brushes. I think they're going to be useful for quite a few different things other than just the smoky eye that's listed. I mean, that would probably work quite nice for concealer. That one would work quite nice for concealer too. And like I said, like nose contour and things. Okay, enough rambling. It's a good set, it's very affordable, the bristles are very nice quality, they feel very nice and soft. Strongly recommend that one. So I will see you guys later.